Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and I'm afraid we have another TK incident, a team kill right at the start of a battle. We're looking at, oh for fuck's sake, in the IKV 65-2, but in this battle there is a heavy tank which actually drowns two of the Arty right at the start of the battle. And I'm pulling back, you can see there's the Oni in the distance there. And he's about to drown both of the Arty. You see one of them comes across, he fires at them and tracks one of them. You see it in the distance there. And then he pushes the other one into the water. And the M44's just drowned. It's nenext2 is the offender. And the M12, who's been damaged by nenext, who's gone blue for team killing the M44. And he's now going over to damage and team kill the M12. And he's actually receiving fire from some of the other players. And he's just pushed the M12 into the water. I'm afraid we're not seeing this because we don't have free cameras. So we can't actually show you the free camera view. And there you can see that the M12 has just been drowned by nenext2, who has promptly been banned. And the Oni is now being pushed into the water by other team members. Now, I do apologise for us not having free cameras, so we can't actually view this incident in its full entirety. But I think you could briefly see right at the start that nenext2 definitely team killed both Arty and was promptly banned by Wargaming. This was an intentional Arty kill, and now the team is down by 4 tanks already, and the other tanks are gathering together to remove the Oni from the game. They only have one Arty remaining, that's a Gorilla. And that Gorilla is still trying to take part in the game. And the Oni has now been pushed into the water, and he is also drowning. Meanwhile, for oh for fuck's sake, he's actually taking part of the game. He is getting kills. He's got 1 kill already. And we can see that nenext is showing -2. And unfortunately we just lost our Gorilla to a Jagdpanzer 4. So this game is rapidly heading towards a defeat. And the enemy is now capping. And oh for fuck's sake is still trying to take part in the game. It looks like the Jagdpanzer 4 is in the cap area. And the cap has been reset. I think actually the Jagdpanzer came out of the cap and he's promptly been killed by the Challenger. But another enemy has got into the cap. It's a KV-85 this time. He'll be a little more difficult to dislodge because he's got 100% health. I think oh for fuck's sake has realised this. He's paying attention to the pass. But back at the cap area, things are getting pretty poor. Now we've got 2 T1 heavies on the enemy team have actually made their way to the cap area. And together with that KV-85, they are slowly but surely destroying all of the tanks on their team. So this would not have happened but for nenext2 team killing both Artys right at the start of the battle. And I think this battle's all but over. Now there are 4 tanks down, but I don't think that even oh for fuck's sake is going to survive, because he's got a KV-85 coming up on him very, very shortly. He's put a round into the KV-85 but took a big round in return. And I think the next shot will probably do a lot of damage. Well, he got a shot in there, but the KV-85 is now pushing him and punishing him and fires a round in. and now Oh for Fox's Sake has been destroyed. So they're down by 5 tanks now, and very little chance of surviving. The enemy is slowly but surely clearing them up. 6 tanks are down now. 2 tanks remaining. One of which is a T1 Heavy, which is near the cap area. And the other, well, he's stuck in the water along with the KV-2. It appears that they pushed the Oni in, but they got stuck themselves in the process. So now it appears the enemy is either leaving them there or is hunting for them but can't find them. And there on the other side of the water we can see the M44 who was pushed in and killed there, and over there we can see the M12 slightly to the right. He's been drowned as well by the Oni. So I do applaud Optimus is back and Vlata Rupik for killing the Oni after he turned blue and killed both of the Arty, but I think this is a symptomatic problem with the game at the moment, that people are, I'm afraid, killing Arty at the start of a battle, and as a result they're either turning blue or the battle is ending up a complete loss, which is a total waste for the players. I mean, they might as well not have even taken part in the game if they're going to end up losing every time. And they're both being fired on now by the FV304, who's quite happily claiming the extra damage. And I do wonder how long it's going to be before that FV304 decides to jump on top of these 2 tanks and squash them. Well, he's going to have a go at trying to shoot them, but I think they're probably going to try and fend off anybody who does try to shoot them. He's pulling back to see if he can get an arty shot onto them. He'd probably have a lot more luck if he actually went over there to the far side and shot back over here. Of course, they are behind the bridge. The Stug 3 is looking over it, and they're both puzzled. And I think we've got a heavy tank turning up now. No, it's the FV304 still. No, he's going to the other side, to the other bank, and he's going to shoot at them from there. The Stug comes in, and he tries to shoot, and the bird is now shooting from the other side of the river. And one of the tanks is now drowned. The T1 Heavy is drowned, and the KV-2 is being pummeled to death by the FV304. Finally, he's taken out by the M445. So that defeat was courtesy of the team killer Nenext. And as we can see in the end of battle results, it was okay that Oh for Fox's Sake managed to get 2 kills, but this battle was lost because one of the players decided that he was going to be a team killer and wiped out their two of their most important players, their artillery support, right at the start of the game, which effectively made it a complete loss, a certainty that it was going to be a loss. So Wargaming needs to ban these players permanently from the game if they're going to do this sort of thing and just team kill for no reason whatsoever. They need to be removed from the game because they are in breach of Wargaming's own rules by doing so. So I hope you view this video, and do remember to put nenext2 on your blacklist, so if you do see him in battle, you can either avoid him or you can deal out the punishment to him to ensure that he knows our disapproval. Thank you.